Good evening. This is WA3VXJ. My name is Carl, and I'll be net control tonight for the Steel City Amateur Radio Club Tuesday Night Net. That, of course, meets on Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock on the Steel City repeater, W3KWH. Everybody's welcome to join in. You don't have to be a member club. Okay, before we move on, any emergency or priority traffic, call WA3VXJ. Okay, nothing heard. I do want to have one announcement here. Brother Stu Sailor, AK3J, who's been a member of the Steel City Club for many, many years. Sick bay. He's at Allegheny General Hospital, and then after his stay there, they're going to be moving from a hospital. So let's keep Brother Stu, AK3J, in our thoughts and prayers. Let's see if the president of the Steel City Club is with us tonight. Ted, N3KAC.
Good evening, Carl, and everybody on the net. Thanks for catching me in here. So, saying a prayer for Stu as well. I don't know him, but I feel awful what has happened and gone on right now for him to be going through that right now. My quick notes for the week are we had a great, successful winter field day. Cabin accommodations were fantastic. We had 3 good setups down there going with digital, phone, and thanks to Levi, our new guy. 13 CW contacts. We had covered everything that we could for the most part. It was a really good turnout. I wish we could get more people down there. I know it's a little bit of a drive, but I'm not sure how we can fix that anymore. But stuff we can talk about for later or into next year as well. Do want to say we finished up strong with John, KC3TJW, picking up Alaska and Los Angeles, and finished it up with Wyoming before we finished up for the day. So as far as social night tomorrow night, I am going to try to have it at the club. It's my goal. I looked at the cameras today. Seems like it's starting to thin out on the driveway there a little bit. I know we're supposed to get a dusting of snow tonight up to possibly ½ inch, but I don't think we're going to get that much, and I talked to you earlier today, we might just try and go calcium chloride or salted or something on the way up, but I'd like to try and get us up to the club for a change. We'll see. We can also shuttle some people up from the bottom if we need to, and we may host a Zoom meeting at the same time, or a Zoom social, just so we can get everybody involved. But more details to come, and that'll be in the morning. I'll get up and take a look at things then, and we'll make a decision, and we'll get things situated for tomorrow evening. So, other than that, I want to thank N3LRG for preparing everything for the Winter Field Day. She did a great job as usual, and look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow. So back to you, Carl. Thanks a lot.
Ted, and thanks on the update on the Winter Field Day. Wish I could have been there, but unfortunately I forgot my daughter had planned for me to come out to Corral. She lives out there by Harrisburg, so out there for a long weekend. I didn't have a radio to try to work you guys. But always fun. The cabin is great. I've been out there a couple times. It's a very nice facility out there to operate from. So, okay, Ted. You let me know tomorrow. I'll be on the 440 if anybody's up early in the morning, like around 8:30ish, before the Health and Wellness Net on 440 on 450 on the Steel. Talk to you tomorrow, Ted. So, alrighty. The only 2 things I have contest-wise, you got the Vermont QSO party coming up this weekend, and a 10-10 wind contest, 10-meter contest. So, Gloria, there you go. You can get on 10 meters and test there. So, All right, we'll start to take check-ins, and we'll go to the Echo Linkers first. We got Chuck down in Florida, WB4AIZ, Doug down in Florida, W3HH, Antonio, N3AHC, Tanker Dave, N3AKO, and Joe, WA3FWA. Okay, before we jump off of Echo Link, let's pick up Dave. He's out there delivering gasoline so we can keep our cars running. So over to Dave, N3AKO. Good evening.
Hey, good morning, Carl. WA3VXJ, N3AKO. Thanks for picking me up. Just got loaded up for my last one going to Monroeville, out there by 286 and 22, and that's where I'm delivering to. And I made one delivery there at the Squirrel Hill right before you drop over to Hill for Waterfront. So that was my second drop, and my first one was down here in Midland, Pennsylvania. So not much going on. Sorry I couldn't make Winterfield Day due to circumstances. I had two friends pass away, family friends, and so we were both at two different funeral parlors, Saturday and one Sunday. And sorry I missed Bum of the Month because Darlene and I were both had head colds. I was in better shape than she was, and I said I'm not spreading my germs, so didn't want to get anybody else sick or under the weather. That's all that's going on. Break out your Bermuda shorts and tank tops and flip-flops. I think they said 40-some degrees, 45 degrees, so it's better than 10 and minus 10 that I've been staying out in. So take it for what it's worth. Maybe February 2nd, Mr. Phil, Groundhog Phil, will say it's an early spring after this chilly winter. All right, back to you, Carl. Have a great net, and I'll be back listening in 73 stall. November 3, Alpha Kilo Oscar, back to net control.
All right, Dave, real good. Sounded good on Echo Link. Have a safe journey out to Monroeville. Roads will be okay. I know going down to Carlisle and back on the weekend, it looked like a dust storm, white dust storm. There was so much salt on the road. It was dry, but dusty. Sometimes the trucks would get off a little bit onto the berm there, and boy, they'd really kick it up. It was almost like a fog. It was so heavy, both going down and coming back. So a lot of salt on the road. But rain here and wash some of that off the roadways. Okay, Dave, and okay on being laid up there, you and Darlene, for the Bum of the Month. Brian, K9VKY, I've been talking to him, and he's doing okay, but he had some doctor's appointments and various things going on that he couldn't change around, so he's a couple bums, but forward to getting back. Brian, K9VKY, up in Fawn Bell by the sea. Okay, over on Echo Link, I did see Lee check in here while Dave was talking, AD3AA. Lee, we have you. Okay, over to the RF side for check-ins for Steel City Tuesday Night Net. Call WA3VXJ.
WA3VXJ, this is KC3TOP, George.
Kilo 3, Delta, Papa.
VXJ. This is WB3AGB. Good evening, Carl.
N3GHO, Goya.
WA3BKD.
Kilo, Alpha 3, Kilo Sierra Papa.
WA3YR. WA3VXJ. Whiskey Juliet 3, Juliet, Hudson, Brookline. November 3, Zulu Charlie Hotel, Portable, Ricky, Knoxville.
Charlie 3, Lima Echo Delta.
Okay, allowing the action there. Net control recognizes George, KC3TOP, Ricardo, K3DPP, Art, WA3BKD, Joe, WB3AGB, Gloria, N3GHO, Jim, KA3KSP, Dave, WA3YER, Hutch, WJ3J, Ricky, N3ZCH, Portable, Jim, KC3LED. Like to check into the Tuesday night net? Call now.
I do. N3LRG Phil. From Oak.
Here is N3EVN from Moon Township.
Okay, two more showed up, N3LRG, Logan and Jeff, N3E. Okay, we'll take a lull in the action. Has a lull in the action there. We'll run down comment round here. So let's head down to Florida. See how Chuck's doing this evening. WB4AIZ.
So it says WB4AIZ. Well, I'm doing okay. We're starting to moderate. I think we got up to 70 today, and it's supposed to be a nice week. I think Saturday there might be a chance for rain, but I'm not sure. But hopefully it will be nice for Orlando and the habitation. I've been there once years upon years ago, and I'm glad I'm not. Well, kind of glad I'm not going. I've got lights on a handheld, but it's not that it's a priority. I'm having too much fun with Echo Lake. Anyways, everybody, I'm glad to see we're getting out of the cold weather, at least out for now. Anyways, back to next control, WB4AIZ. Looking forward to Sunday. WB4AIZ back to net.
Sunday, Groundhog Day, right? We'll see what Punxsutawney Phil has to say. 6 more weeks of winter. That's usually the case. So, yeah, they're preparing for it. It's been on the news. Bakeries are making groundhog cookies and the whole 9 yards. So, it's a-coming. Okay, Chuck, nice to hear you. And we'll catch you Sunday on the Quarter Century Wireless Association net on this repeat to 8:30. Everybody's welcome. Okay, we'll stay down in Florida and we'll head over to Ocala. Good evening, Doug, W3HH.
Okay, Carl, W3VXJ, W3HH. Yeah, get all us Florida guys out of the way in the beginning here, and then you can get back down to business here. Yeah, like Chuck was saying there, it's warmed up some. We had, I think, low 70s here today, and I've got 62 right now. But we did have some cold weather there for, it must have lasted about a week, and I know you had the real cold weather up there too, so. I've been checking the cameras up the club there once in a while. I see the snow up there, but I guess it's not real deep or anything. Okay, on Stu there too, by the way. I remember Stu there, so I hope he's coming along okay. I think it seems like you mentioned that a couple weeks ago. I guess he's been in the hospital for quite a while now. Anyway, I'll get it back to you. You got a bunch in there, and let you Pick up some of the other ones there, Carl. W3HH.
All right, Doug, real good, sounding good. Of course, they're on Echo Link. And, yeah, Stu's going to probably, from what I gather, he's going to be in there for a while. He has MRSA and battling without him. Tough time getting that under control, but Allegheny General Hospital and then from West Penn Hospital for the latest I know. I haven't talked to Walt. Walt usually keeps informed on so. All right, Doug, take care down there in Florida, and hey, February 16th, gentlemen, start your engines down there, Daytona 500's up. Corner, I guess. All right, let's pick up Antonio, N3AHC. Good evening. Charlie. Everybody on the night. So I'm trying to talk on my radio tonight just to see how well I can get the sound better, but I don't think I sound too good. But yeah. So I was at a field day this weekend with Stu Rivers Amateur Radio Club. And we actually got a lot of seconds, and I was like rocking 20 meters. And I got at least 200 seconds, which I think is absolutely great. And I've never done that before in my life. And it's definitely an experience that I will remember for sure. And yeah, so I don't really have anything else to say. So I'll end out here, and we'll go back to the net. Antonio, had some noise on your signal. I got about 90% of that. But okay, on your winter field day escapades there too. And hey, thanks for checking into the Steel City Net here on Tuesday. Come on back if able. Okay, moving down the list, we got Dave out there. He's heading to Monroeville and 38KO, so that brings up Joe, WA3FWA.
Good evening, Carl. WA3VXJ from WA3FWA. Well, it's a little warmer list today as it has been in the last couple of days. So it was a little bit of a treat, especially when our furnace went out overnight. We didn't get real cold here. And had to go make a few rounds outside with the... it would pretty well wore me out. So this is the only ham radio I have operating tonight until we get our Windows 11 computer in gear, and we can install those remote hams and the stuff from the club so we can operate from that. Otherwise, we're keeping busy here with what little we can do. So back to you, Carl, and I hope Stu is doing well. I wish I could go visit him. I'm not too far from West Penn, but I'm not in any good shape for climbing around outside in various places too much. So back to you, Carl. WA3VXJ, WA3FWA.
All right, Joe, sounding good, and so good evening there. Yeah. Computer up and running, a new computer there, and we'll get you up both hams on that so you can go again there. So, all righty, have a good evening, and hopefully the furnace won't kick out on you tonight. Okay, out to Oakland we go, and see how Lee's doing. The AD3AA.
Good afternoon, Carl and Annette. 83AA here. Well, I bought a 6-meter capable radio. It's a quad bander from Wooksum, and I'm trying to program it. The programming software costs like $57. That's before shipping, and that gives you a cable and a CG software. And all my computers are on the Fritz, but I might get one working. I think I'll wait until I get up to the club. And I can receive. I received on 73 machine, but I don't think I transmitted anything. I get some of the menu right, but not all of it. And I really want to get on the Magic Band. Couldn't make it to Field Bay. Had various things going on. Hope you all had a good time up there at Raccoon Creek. And with this nicer weather, maybe all the snow will melt up there. We could have a social on Wednesday. I don't know. I'll have to talk to Christine. Okay, back to you, Carl.
Okay, Lee, and okay on your new radio there. Yeah, some of the trying to program some of those handhelds, manually can be a real chore, especially if you're lingo and what they're trying to say. So the software definitely makes it a lot easier. Look on a spreadsheet and dump it. All right, but if you got computers on the Fritz, that's not good either. So out there, bring up the club and maybe we can help. So okay, Lee, thanks for checking in. And road melts. I don't know about tomorrow, but next week. Maybe the boulevard will be clear. Okay, next up is George. That was all the Echo Linkers, so over to KC3TOP.
Good evening, Carl. Good evening, everybody on the net. This is KC3TOP to WA3VXJ. I really don't have a whole lot of anything of great interest here this evening. I just wanted to make sure I checked in. I'm looking forward to some discussion at the club about the communications trailer that I know Ted had proposed, and I'm hoping that that's going to go through. I think that'll be a wonderful addition to the club. And other than that, I'm going to say back to net. Hope you guys are enjoying the warm weather. That's KC3TOP.
Okay, George, real good. Yeah, we've been kicking that idea around for years now, and it's nice we're getting a little more active. To the Carnegie Library and the winter field days, and up here at the Neville House and other functions, the Ham Fest. So it would be nice to have that stuff in a trailer, and away you go. Once to load cars up. So see what happens. Okay, next up, Ricardo, K3DPP. Good evening.
Net Control, this is Kilo 3, Delta, Papa. Well, the only exciting thing I had today was a couple of kids set a fire down there on the railroad tracks. Now, they delayed the train for a couple of minutes, and the fire department put it out, and everybody returned to normal. I don't know if they caught the kids, but they put it out, and everything was normal. That was the only thing was exciting to me today. Other than that, we'll say good evening to those listening in on frequency. Back to Net Control. Kilo 3, Delta, Papa.
Okay, Ricardo, and okay on the kids there fooling around. So I'm glad everything come out okay there. So, hey, thanks for checking in this evening. And I always wanted to ask you, I keep forgetting, what part of town are you in, Ricardo?
I'm here in Pittsburgh right now. About in April, I'll be putting a little time in Ohio. I live there, too.
Okay, right in the city of Pittsburgh?
Yeah, in Oakland.
Okay, Oakland, yeah. Antonio's from over there, too, N3AHC. So we got three people representing Oakland. So real good, Ricardo. Okay, always wondered. I pull your name up on QRZ, and I'm not familiar with the zip codes, of course, and we got you. Sounding good. Okay, let's head out to beautiful downtown Hickory, WA3BKD.
Good evening, Carl, and everybody on the net. WA3BKD out here in beautiful downtown Hickory. Couldn't make it up to the winter field day. Had a bunch of things going on. But we'll look forward to the next one. I understand it was a successful outing. Thanks to everybody who participated. Next thing I'm looking forward to is the Breeze Shooters Ground Wave Contest. They start at the end of March. And we're planning on doing CW portion of that up there. So if anybody wants to get involved in a local contest, the end of the month coming up, the Breeze Shooters. CW, phone, and digital. Good job, Carl. WA3BKD.
Start sounding good from Hickory this evening, and okay on the Breeze Shooters contest coming up. Yeah, that's been a staple here locally in amateur radio for many years. A fun contest. I remember days past, way back, working the Breeze Shooters, and it wasn't unusual to work, 130, 140 people on sideband in a day. And it was quite a contest. It sort of died off a little bit, but still a lot of fun. Okay, Art, thanks for checking in. Say hi to Della. Okay, over to Joe, WB3AGB.
WA3VXJ and the Steel City Bunch, WB3AGB. Not much going on here. Just looking at the radar. All the snow seems to be heading to Buffalo, and they're more welcome to it. That's about it. Not much going on here. Still putting things back together from a couple weeks ago. Other than that, that's about it. Maybe catch you tomorrow night, maybe not. WA3VXJ, WB3AEGB. Catch you tomorrow morning on the Health and Wellness Net.
Sounds good, Joe, and sounds like you're coming along slowly but surely after the telephone pole incident there. Somebody took out a pole near Joe's house, and he had a power surge and cooked a few things, so he recovered from that. So smooth there, Joe. Okay, take care. We'll catch you in the morning. Okay, next up, Gloria, N3GHO.
N3GHO. I enjoyed doing field day at my house. Sue helped me. I did power up. Only got 23, but at least I learned more about this software. I kind of like the software. It's pretty easy to work with. And I do got some dates. I didn't get everything for the Breeze Shooters. I was bad. I didn't get the CW. The Groundway contest did show March 15, 8 to 11, and phone March the 8th. But I didn't copy down CW. I'm bad. But they did announce it. So it might be, maybe next week it'll be on their website. But like I said, I have power up on the contest, and I actually enjoyed it. I got tired, but I actually enjoyed doing phone. Okay, Colin, back to you.
All right, Gloria, yeah, pick up the microphone. I'll tell you, the FT8 and the software, it spoils you. It's like eating Lay's potato chips. You just can't eat one. To put that stuff aside for a while and pick up a microphone or a CW key for sure. All right, Gloria, have a good evening, and we'll catch you tomorrow, too, on the health and wellness. Okay, over to the other side of Carnegie and see how Jim's doing. KA3KSP.
3VXJ in the net. This is KA3KSP. Well, I see our temperature has gone up a degree. It was 37 a little while ago. Now it's up to 38. So, yeah, the temperature is going the other way here. And, yeah, for a winter field day, I went out to Raccoon Park. I operated there, my favorite parking spot. It's near the, kind of near the entrance to the family campgrounds there. And I've determined that that's the highest spot in the park, in that side of the park there, in the day use side of the park. So I made a bunch of contacts. I made about 43 contacts there, I think, 43. And 15 meters was my best band. I did well on 15 meters. I only made a couple contacts on 10 meters. It didn't seem like there was a lot of action there, but I did make a contact to Alaska on 10. So that was fun. And I made a lot of contacts on 40 as well, and a few on 15. But through the whole contest, I never made any contacts on 75 meters. So then around, well, sunset was about 5:30. So you have to exit the park by 5:30 or by sunset. So I rode over to the to cabin 6 there to visit your guys' setup over there, and it looked like everybody was having fun, and it was very comfortable there, I'm sure, inside the cabin. And those cabins are very nice. They're just like being home. So I think that's about it from here. Yeah, well, yeah, I guess that's about it from here. And well, they did announce that the Wash 2-meter simplex contest logs need to be in by the 1st of February, which is Saturday. And yes, I also heard them announcing about the Breeze Shooters ground wave contest coming up, as is usual in February and March. So we're looking forward to that. Usually we do that in Mobile also. Sometimes we'll go to Raccoon Park. Sometimes we'll go up on the hill there by the Union Church here on Stevensville Pike. So, and you mentioned the trailer. You know that Wacom is selling their antenna trailer. I don't know if that's the kind of a unit that you're looking for, if you were looking for more like an enclosed kind of unit where you could go inside and stay inside. But they have it's just a tower trailer. It's an old boat trailer that's been converted over to a tower now. I don't know if they sold it or not. It was a couple of months ago when they announced they were selling it. So back to you.
Jim, and okay, on the trailer, yeah, I've seen their trailer. Yeah, I think we're talking about an enclosed trailer, to hold the radios and stuff around. So thanks for the info, though. And okay, on your winter field day escapades there, and I'm glad you have in there where the set up. So, okay, Jim, we'll catch you tomorrow morning too. Have a good evening. Okay, down to Emsworth we go, and backing up on the dam there, Dave. WA3YER.
WA3VXJ in the net, WA3YR. I don't know. That's a good question. Well, you used to be able to see down there, but over the years the trees have grown up and are blocking the view, so can't see as well down there as I used to. So I really don't know what is going on with the ice. I know the rivers were covered there last week. They were talking about it on the news. So anyway, nothing much news here. Tonight is, if you're in Asia, it's the Lunar New Year, so that's being celebrated all throughout China and Asian countries. And so that's going on right now. Selena visited her old employer here last week and sent me some photos. We got a little video of them riding on the motor scooter, cruising around Saigon there, and some other videos, some lighting. They light up some of the streets over there to celebrate New Year and decorate them almost like Christmas tree lights, but all over the buildings and so on. And I know they also have a big fancy flower street. They'll take one of the streets and block it off, and they decorate the whole place with flowers, sort of like the Rose Bowl parade in a way. And people go in there to pose for photos, family photos with the flowers and so on. So anyway, other than that, we're busy at work, crazy stuff going on there, so it's been keeping me tied up more than normal, so that's going on again. But anyway, other than that, not much else is new here. We're just staying warm inside and cleaning the house and doing the other chores that we need to do. So that's about all I have. I was on 10 meters tonight. I did work a station in California right before Ham Shack Hotline, and then nothing else. So there's still propagation out there, I guess, off and on. Back to you, Carl. Everyone have a good week. Bye-bye.
Sounding good. And Kay and Celine over there at the Lunar New Year. Definitely having a good time. Hopefully she's taking a lot of pictures. I'd like to see some pictures of Saigon back here, and live show at the club there. That would be neat to see. Sure. So, okay, Dave, take care and don't work too hard. All right, over to Brookline. It's Pick Up Punch, WJ3J.
Carl, not a whole lot going on around here. I was actually contemplating going back to Korea this summer. I was stationed up in the western corridor near the MZ, but I'd like to go on the southern tip of the peninsula, get a little beach action in Busan or something. Not sure if I'm going to follow through with that, but I might give it a shot. Just working 10 meters a little bit. One of the things that I started doing was really looking at the QRZ pages. In other words, starting to scroll down. I never used to scroll down. I used to just get the data for the logbook. But I started scrolling down, and some of these DX stations have some magnificent antenna arrays. It's just amazing to watch. Some of them have the detailing of their construction, of their base for their towers and everything. Just really interesting stuff. Having a good time with it. Back to you, Art, WJ3J.
Sure, real good, and okay on being over in Korea. Yeah, thanks for your service there. I knew you were in the service, but never knew you were over in Korea there. So would be nice to get back there, like you said, and enjoy a vacation over there on the beach. Sounding good. Okay. We'll also probably catch you tomorrow morning on the health and wellness. Okay, let's pick up Ricky, see how he's doing this evening. N3ZCH.
Well, good evening there, Carl. November 3, Zulu Charlie Hotel Portable here. Got nothing at all to report. Did not do any radioing this weekend at all, except play a little bit here on 2 meters. That's it. I'm going to have to bug out here, check into another net here, so I'm going to say adios and catch you next week. November 3, Zulu Charlie Hotel Portable out.
Okay, yep, tonight's net night. Seems like Tuesday night's a busy night for local nets here. So enjoy, and hey, thanks for checking in this evening. All right, next up, Jim, KC3LED.
We took Perry Station from Kilo Charlie 3 Lima Echo Delta. Good evening, Carl. Good evening to everybody on the net. Doing a fine job as usual. I did want to make it down to Winter Field Day But the last couple of days I was under the weather. I'm not the only one, but so I didn't want to come down there and get germs around. But yeah, other than that, Carl, everything's good over here. Thank God for a little bit of warm up here, and we're switching. Well, I'm trying to switch. I had the FT8 hooked into the Kenwood, the TS590. But I think I'm going to switch it over, and I'm going to try it on a 991A. I'm not real familiar with that, so it's sort of, I don't know. It's still sort of up in the air a little bit because I'm not real sure what I'm doing. But no, other than that, everybody's fine over here. I'm getting over the bug, and thank God for some warm weather. My wife just told me this morning. She said, you know what her gas bill was? And I said, I don't really care what the gas bill was. I said, you know what I mean? What it is zero. You know what I mean? You have to keep the house warm. So I don't know. My wife she's a big fan. So other than that, everything is good. I think I'm gonna mess around with the 991A, try to get that all set up for FT8, and see how that works out. I'm glad everything worked out down there at field day, and everybody have a good week coming up, and stay warm. WA3 VXJ, Kilo Charlie 3, Lima Echo Delta.
Ready, Jim, sounding good as usual. And again, your FT8 on the 991. Yeah, should be pretty simple. Yeah, so they say. I know that radio has a USB port, so up. But on good old YouTube if you can, and type 1A and FT8, and probably some menu settings. You're there, and you should be off and running. Hi, as they say. So good luck on that. Okay, next up, Christine, N3LRG.
Hello, Carl and the group. Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful night tonight. Not bad. Busy at work already this week, but when I was tired, burned out from the winter field day, it would be nice to have a restful week, but not this week. Anyhow, let's get some reports out of the way. Winter field day, N3LL did 259 contacts. Total score was 3,180. So not record-setting, but we did quite decent. And boy, if you missed it, you missed a fun one. That was a fun one for sure. We had the 3 stations going, and it really rocked the place. Winterfield Day W3KWH. It looks like Mike did about 95 contacts over the 2 days. So we got some contacts on both call signs, so that's good. Let's see, what else do I have? I also updated the membership listing. So if you have paid your dues, take a look at your record, make sure it got updated. If not, let me know. The list came out, I got it from Walt last Thursday, and with the contest I couldn't do anything over the weekend, so I did it today. So as long as you paid before last Thursday, you should have been updated on the website. Also on the website, I have updated the event page. All the Bree Shooters contests and a couple Hamfests have been added to the events page. Again, if you go over to the right-hand side of the web page and scroll down a little bit, you'll see first ARR News. So you can find out what's going on with ARRL, and then directly under that is the SCARC event page. So a lot of good information on the website again. Plus some pictures. Oh, by the way, if you took any pictures at Winterfield Days, please send them to me so we can add more pictures to that website. It'd be nice to see more smiling faces. We need a professional photographer. My email from today, the tech committee is hiring. We're in desperate need of someone that unfortunately can't go on remote locations like we do. Want to do more, actually. So we like to use N3LL while still using W3KWH, but that requires a technical expert in logging software. So the tech committee is looking for someone that's willing to stay around the clubhouse, set up the logging software, and basically set up the be up at the club at the start of the contest to answer any questions or take care of any bugs that always pop up at the beginning of the contest. If you're willing to help, let me know, email me or whatever. Also, let's see, what else? I think that's it. I'm sure I'll think about something in 5 minutes, but who knows. This is N3LL. Think spring now, folks. This is 73.
Okay, Chris Dane, and like she said, check out W3KWH.com. A lot of good info on there, and Winter Field Day pictures. There's 9 or 10 pictures of a Winter Field Day cabin up there, so check out the old web page there, and like I said, a lot of good info on there. All right, let's head out to Boone Township and see if the airplanes are still flying. N3EVN.
Well, Carl, they are still flying. Not as much as they did 20 years ago, but they're still flying, so it's a good thing. Good evening, Carl, and everybody on the net. N3VN Jeff here. My participation in Winter Field Day was set up on Friday and tear down on Sunday because my Saturday was kind of tied up. But I did manage to make one contact while I was out at the cabin, which I felt good about. And what I really had some fun doing is I took my antenna analyzer out there, because during Winter Field Day, we had all kinds of antennas, very strange-looking things. NFEDs, G5RVs, verticals, and so with the antenna analyzer, I got to get a really good look at what they look like once deployed, because you never know what they're going to do when you read about them on the internet. So that was pretty cool. If anybody has any questions of what I found, there was some interesting attributes to these antennas, but they all worked in one way or another. Other than that, don't have a whole lot more to report, and education committee is coming together, and there'll be some more to report at the business meeting. So with that, back to net control. This is N3EVN. Good evening, everybody.
Jeff, thanks for checking in and also to do there help the Boy Scouts out. So looking forward this year for more events to help Scouts out. We'll also probably catch you tomorrow morning on the Health and Wellness net 3.983 at Hey, Jeff was the last one to check in. I don't see anybody new on Echolink, so take here, and anybody like to check into the Steel City Tuesday night net, call WA3VXJ.
WA3VXJ. Please copy Kilo Bravo 3 Oscar X-Ray Hotel. WE3VXJ. Here's KB3VSP. Good evening, Carl. Good evening to the net.
Net control. Please copy NU3Q with a quick comment. Back to you, Carl. NU3Q.
Okay, net control recognizes KB3OXH, Bill, KB3VSP, Dan, NU3Q. Bob, go ahead with your traffic.
All right, Carl. First off, as I mentioned before, I've opened the marathon registration site to my people that volunteered last year. And towards the end of next month, before the Hamfest, I'll open to everyone. So once I do that, I'll let everyone know when it's open at that point for everyone to volunteer. I wanted to give my volunteers from last year first dibs. So, all right, it's good to see everybody at the Winter Field Day. Glad to hear the results were very awesome, very well. Thank you. So good job, guys. Kudos and hats off to you. And I'm slowly recovering from this infection, so to see a couple doctors on Thursday about it. So wish me luck there. So anyway, that's all I have here from my end of the world, Carl. And you 3Q73 all.
All right, Bob. Glad you're coming along okay. Infection there. Yeah, as we get older, these longer to. So okay, the marathon, I think. Here before you know it, May 4th, it'll be here. To participate in that, stand by for upcoming. Bob. All right, Bob, thanks for checking in again, and we'll keep you in our thoughts and prayers there for sure. Okay, let's head out. Speaking of the airport, let's head out to the Heron Airport, KB3OXH. Good evening, Bill.
WA3VXJ from KB3OXH. Good evening, Carl, and everybody here on the net. Let's see, I have 3 degrees right now. Pretty good wind blowing out there. I did work winter field day here from my office at the airport. Operated 1H, mostly on CW, 4 watts on 40 meters. Although I did take a break there Saturday afternoon and checked into the traffic nets that I check into every day. That was kind of a nice break, and then back to CW again. But I had a lot of fun with it, and made like 136 CW contacts, so it was a pretty good weekend. Anyhow, not much else to report, just staying on the warm side of the door and playing some more radio tonight. Thanks for picking me up, Carl. KB3OXH, back to the net.
Bill, real good, and I'm sure you have. Did you ever try CW Aeronautical Mobile?
No, I have not. Something that I'd like to do one day, but I just have never done it. Have to work out some kind of an antenna and figure out how to work the key and still fly the airplane.
There you go. I'll take the son along. He can fly while you operate. I talked to a guy last month. I think he was with Delta Airlines. He was coming down across New York. He was on 20 meters. I forget the frequency. Checking up guys. I think it was Delta. Laying back and contacts out there. So, okay, Bill, stay warm out at the airport there, and as always, nice hearing you. Okay, let's head out to Freedom, see how Dan's doing. KB3VSP.
WE3VXJ from KB3VSP. Good evening, Carl. Good evening to all on the net. Fine evening out here in Beaver County. The temperature's climbing. It's up to 38.5 at the moment. So, yeah, we're spoon feeding the wood burner there so it doesn't overheat here in the house. But really got the thing turned down low power there. But anyway, I did not operate winter field day. This is the first year in a while that I didn't. So kind of snuck up on me, to be honest. But we did fiddle around on Saturday radio play. We've got a WinLink gateway set up here in Beaver County, so a bunch of us were fixing up our clients, making sure we could connect to it. So that was good fun. And I feel a little guilty not shoveling any snow. I don't know what's going on here. I feel out of sorts. Haven't shoveled snow for days now. So anyway, not too much else to report, Carl. Turn it back to you. W3VXJ, KB3VSP, 730.
All right, Dan, maybe we'll get a little dusting tonight and there and shovel that or sweep it off or whatever, so we don't go through withdrawal. I don't think last year I used the shovel at all, but used it this year for sure. So, all right, Dan, thanks for checking in. And Dan, he's a regular on Health and Wellness Net in the mornings there. All right, anybody else out there like to check into the Steel City Net, call WA3VXJ. Okay, nothing heard. Any comments for the net before we secure? Okay, nothing heard. So don't forget, tomorrow night, social night. Out towards the club there tomorrow morning and check out Fire Boulevard, see what it's like, and then four-wheelers and stuff top of the hill tomorrow night. But stay tuned, there might be a Zoom meeting. Okay, with that, everybody have a good evening. Keep Brother Bob, NU3Q, in your thoughts and prayers. He's battled some infection there in his leg. Stu, of course, AKA. House here, okay there, so have a good evening, and okay. This is WA3VXJ with the Steel City Amateur Radio Club Tuesday Night Net, saying 73, and turning Echo Link and the Peter back to regular amateur use at 8:57